Recently, I reflected upon something that is essential for making progress. That is, sometimes it's not about what we start doing, but what we stop doing that really makes the difference. So in this video, I wanted to share with you the 10 things I've stopped doing that have increased my motivation, boosted my productivity, and elevated my output to new heights. These 10 small changes have made a massive impact for me, and I hope they can for you too, so stay tuned. Number 1, waking up at 5 a.m. Waking up at 5 a.m. felt like some kind of ritual thing anyone serious about being productive or successful needed to do. So I gave it a shot. Each morning I was up bright and early, although normally around 5:30 because my bed just didn't want to let me go. And honestly, after doing it for a while, I realized it just wasn't worth it. Not because it didn't give me more time to work, it certainly did. But here's the thing, it was taking away from the time I normally use to re-energize and re-motivate myself. I was missing out on seeing my friends and going for meals, and my sleep was a complete mess. Who can seriously go to bed at 9 p.m. every night? That's crazy. All of these things that helped me feel motivated and driven, I wasn't doing anymore, just for the fact that I felt I should be waking up early to get more work done. And there was the issue, I was focusing on what I should do instead of what actually benefited me. So since I've stopped that, it's really made a big difference. Number 2, focusing on the outcome. I spend a lot of time making these videos, but at least for now, there's not much external reward for all this effort. And this used to get me pretty down, looking at the lack of views and likes and subscribers. It was only until I shifted my focus away from the outcome and more on the things I can control did I start feeling good about my channel and my videos. I started to track the specific improvements I was making each video, along with how much time and effort I was putting into them, and it made me feel good. Now, regardless of how a video does, if I know I've put my maximum time and effort into it, and it's at least better than the last one, I feel good about it. That being said, feel free to like and subscribe, that would be fantastic. Number 3, expecting the best every day. For a very long time, and still now to some extent, I used to expect myself to wake up each morning and put in 100% and achieve my best work. But those days would come around where I didn't sleep well, or maybe I just wasn't in a good mood and I would get so frustrated with myself. Each morning it felt like there was this debt that I had to repay, and if I didn't get enough work done, then I wasn't allowed to give myself time to relax and feel good about what I've achieved. But you know what? Success and growth comes over years of consistent hard work. The possibility of achieving your dreams isn't going to crumble away if for one day you don't tick off everything on your to-do list. So I'm learning to be a bit more understanding that it's okay to not be my best self every day. Number 4, working until late. This is a change that I've made only recently, but it's had a very big impact. Again, working late into the night felt like something that I should do if I was serious about achieving. It's all part of this grinder's mentality that I felt I should have, but it didn't actually benefit me. When I work late, the quality of my work and my sleep both go down. So the next day, I'm not only more tired, but I often have to redo everything I did the night before. Instead, if I finish my work at a more reasonable time, it gives me time to de-stress and relax before going to sleep, so I feel more motivated and energized and ready to tackle the next day. So I now set a relatively strict cutoff at 9 p.m. and I'm not allowed to do any more work after that. And it has made a huge difference to my productivity, my sleep, and my well-being. Number 5, always trying to learn. If you're anything like me, you love listening to podcasts and learning new things. In my opinion, learning is one of the most enjoyable things in life, and it's super essential for becoming successful. However, at one point in time, I was so obsessed with learning the newest biological hack from Andrew Huberman or the newest life perspective from Chris Williamson that it got a bit too much. I found myself, even at times when I just fancied relaxing a little bit, always listening to the newest podcast or making notes on the newest research. And this kind of behavior is what leads to burnout. Sometimes it's okay to have a break and not be constantly doing things that push you towards your goals. Number 6, going on Instagram. Out of all the social medias, I truly believe that Instagram is the worst. At least like apps on TikTok or YouTube, you can manipulate the algorithm to serve you productive content. But on this app, it feels like you can spend hours on it without actually achieving anything. Plus, in all honesty, I don't care to see what people are doing who I knew 5 years ago. I deleted this app from my phone and it's led to so much more mental clarity, and I don't waste hours of my day just looking at a screen. Number 7, going on my phone for the first hour of each day. Our dopamine stores are full but incredibly sensitive at the start of the day. Going on your phone or doing anything that instantly rewards you with massive hits of dopamine It's going to rinse your dopamine stores and reduce your motivation and the drive for the rest of your day. Avoiding using my phone for the first hour of each day has increased my motivation and allowed me to get a good grip on my phone use. I did make a video on that, so feel free to check that out after this one. Number 8, going on my phone before bed. Pretty simple this one, really. Before bed, it's really important that we unwind and get into that rested state we need to sleep. And unfortunately, going on your phone doesn't allow you to do that. Our phones numb the emotional centers in our brain, meaning that when we go off them, we get this flood of unwanted thoughts that we really don't need when we're trying to sleep. Like, you just start second guessing everything you did that day, and it's really just overwhelming. Instead, I just read. It's nice, it's not overly stimulating, and it allows me to transition from the busyness of day-to-day life to that rested state. This helps me feel better, sleep better, and overall just feel more energized. Plus, I get wild dreams now, so that's pretty cool. Number 9, setting a long to-do list. I used to wake up and write like a 10-point list of things I needed to get done. But I felt by doing that, not only was I restricted to what I almost arbitrarily wrote at the start of each day, but I also felt I had to rush my tasks because I had so many to get done. This meant that the quality of my work was getting worse, and I always felt really stressed. For most important tasks, especially creative ones, it's really important we give ourselves the time and the space to achieve a really deep focus. And that means not jumping from one task to the next. I am going to make a video on the simplest and most effective to-do list method that's helped me the most, so make sure you subscribe if you're interested. And finally, number 10. I stopped living in the future. I have so many goals that I want to achieve, but this idea of when I get there is fundamentally flawed because there is always going to get pushed back. Like, how do you decide when you allow yourself to be happy? Is it 1 million subscribers or a certain amount of money in your bank account? It's just so random. Since I've been constantly reminding myself of this, I have found more of an appreciation for the moment, whilst also maintaining my motivation. But don't get me wrong, I haven't perfected it. I still find myself overlooking some of my accomplishments because there's another goal on the horizon. But it is something I'm working towards, and the more steps I take in this direction, the more appreciation and gratitude I feel for the moment. Listen, I know you have big dreams, so do I, trust me. But remember, you also have so much to appreciate right now. So make sure you enjoy that before it's gone. So those are the 10 things I quit that have collectively made a massive difference in my motivation, productivity, and my mood. Mostly they revolve around honest reflection on what's actually pushing me towards my goals and what just kind of feels good. Plus making sure I sleep good, because if I don't, I am just useless. And let me know if there's anything you've quit that has helped you with your motivation and productivity. After all, I want this channel to be a shared journey of learning and development. Recently, I made a video about something I feel is crucial for beginners and our path to success, and that is optimizing our environment. See, there are so many obstacles between us and where we want to get to as a beginner. So if we can curate our surroundings to push us in the right direction, it can really go a long way. So if you're interested in watching that, feel free to check it out right here. And I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to like and subscribe. It would be greatly appreciated. And aside from that, have a lovely day. Bye-bye.